Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Senior and Living Today. Today, our discussion is going to be about being a middle aged, senior, seasoned worker in the workforce today. With economics being what they are, layoffs being what they are, it's definitely a question that we need to have as senior workers. We're such a large population. However, with so many people being laid off and the impact that it's having on our families, what's the best way that we can prepare for this and tackle this if we are faced with a job reduction or looking for another position? Obviously, the economic is in decline, and we're hearing, about thousands of workers being laid off every day. Of course, that makes us wonder as seniors or seasoned individuals where we fall within that. Um, how are we received in the workforce? Are we considered a threat, or are we considered uh, welcomed, experienced employees? I imagine that directly depends on who's interviewing you, what position are you looking for, and who's in that position, and are they open-minded about that? Does your seniority matter when companies are doing reductions, or do they say it's not because of your age, it's because of this, that, or the other? I'm from the old school where it's been the last hired first fired. um, but not everybody takes on that stance. So you definitely want to be working for someone where your experience is welcomed, but that's not always the case. A lot of us are either looking for replacement jobs, as we're not appreciated at the position that we're at, or we lose our job and are looking for a new job, or we just can't seem to make ends meet financially, and we're just trying to get the ends a little closer together, and so we are looking for second jobs to supplement our income. In any case, we need to know the best way to navigate that pitfalls, what to look out for, as we struggle to make ends meet and try to meet this recession that they say we aren't having, with the best tools that we can. So, um, I want to know if you're out there looking for a job, applying for jobs, you've lost your job. Comment down below what you're seeing, what you're finding, um, that you are encountering out there. For a lot of us, it's a brand new world, and any tips that you can offer would be welcomed, because who can't use a good tip, right? I have a friend who was let go from her employer after being there over 10 years. And, unemployment only lasts for so long. And she was like, I haven't done this in so long. I don't even know where to look. So, that had me thinking about it. And after the panic wears off, the initial panic, this is the advice I gave. And I'd be interested to know what you guys would add to it, take away, what advice you would give if it was your friend that was looking for employment after being out of having to look for a job for so many years. So my instructions to her were, first, to tell absolutely everybody she knows that she's looking for work. And um, that to me includes down to your 500 Facebook friends that you've never met. I mean, we all have uh, some people who end up on our friends list that we're like, I'm not really even sure I know them. So you have like 100 people that you know, and then you have all these fringe benefits people um, on your friends list. Tell everybody. Let everybody know you're looking for work. Let everybody know what kind of work you're looking for, because we're still in a society where people like to be helpful. And if you tell someone, I'm looking for a job working at a veterinarian clinic, 9 times out of 10, somebody is going to know somebody who knows somebody, and they're going to go, you know what? Let me ask my cousin. She knows XYZ. You just never know, that fifth degree of separation or third degree of separation they talk about. You're just that close to knowing someone who knows someone. So definitely start with telling absolutely everyone you know that you're looking for work and what kind of work you're looking for. If you have one of those neighborhood apps and you're looking, you're a mechanic, put that in the neighborhood app. I'm a mechanic. I'm in your neighborhood. I want to continue working in the neighborhood. Do you know any mechanical shops in the neighborhood that are looking for somebody? Put it out there. You don't have to know these people personally to tell them that you're looking for work. Um, I recommended that my girlfriend register herself on LinkedIn. She had not been on LinkedIn. I said, go on there, find everybody that you know on there, and attach yourself up to them. And eventually, people will find you, see you. Load your information in there. LinkedIn will work for you in giving you job suggestions while you're asleep at night. You wake up in the morning, there's some new jobs that have been posted that you can go through and see if they're a good, fit for you. So if you don't have a profile on there, load one on there. What's the worst thing that could happen? If you are working corporate America, you have a corporate job, the higher paying jobs, you might be able to hire a headhunter if you can afford that sort of thing. And a headhunter is going to look for a job for you. It's just another option, another alternative. A lot of people have forgotten about temporary employment agencies. Those are still out there. Now, you may be looking for a permanent job, but in the meantime, working for a temp agency is a good idea, because a lot of times companies go from temp to permanent hire. They do the temp because they're trying to try you out and see if you are going to be a good fit. So that might be an option. Consider taking a temporary job and letting it work itself uh, into something that could be permanent. A lot of people looking for a second job to supplement their income. I've been getting feedback that they have been given the bait and switch. And by that I mean they find someone who says, we are hiring, you can work any hours you want. We're open 24 hours a day. You can work whenever you want. So people will say, okay, well, I work every day till 4. So can I work for you Monday through Friday, 6 to 10? Can I just fill up my days? They say yes. They hire them. They go through the orientation. They give them their first schedule, and they have them working on the weekends. And they're like, you told me I could work Monday through Friday from 6 to 10. Oh, no, 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 we can't do that anymore. That's the bait and switch. So I think with that, they forget that as being seasoned and older citizens, we've taken enough crap. And so when that happens to the people I know, they have just said, well, you've got the wrong person on the wrong day, and I'm out. So hopefully, if you are a seasoned adult and you're hiring other seasoned adults, you keep in mind not to do the bait and switch. If you have a job that's open, say what the job you have open is. Just call it like it is. We don't want to waste our time applying for a job that isn't really one that we're going to want. So we hope that people will post their positions accurately. But if you're running across the bait and switch, then I recommend that you try another avenue, which is creating your own job or taking part in a job where you can create your own hours. And by that, I mean the delivery um, type jobs, the driving and delivery jobs. So whether that's delivering, medication or food, or delivering people to the airport or whatever. By that I mean Uber Eats and Lyft and DoorDash, those types of jobs where you can make your own hours. And even if you want to work 2 or 3 hours and take 2 or 3 hours off and then work 2 or 3 more hours, it offers you some flexibility. So if you have appointments, you can still work and get your appointments in. Whereas when you start a new job, a lot of times they're not flexible about you having appointments and things you need to take care of. They don't want to give you any time off for that sort of thing. So if you work for yourself, it sort of it eliminates you having to ask permission to have time off. So you might um, consider that. Um, a delivery or driving position, your age is not going to be called into question. Your interview skills are not going to be as crucial. Somebody's probably going to talk to you about your application, but it's not really going to be um, the kind of interview you're subject to if you're working for a corporation. There is less focus on your attire. You won't have to be subject to a roundtable interview or a panel interview of your peers, which I don't think ever gets easy. So, as more layoffs are coming, we're going to be faced with people looking for jobs and losing jobs a lot more right now. So, any tips or advice you can that you can offer to the group, we would appreciate it because it's stressful enough when you know what you're doing. It's even more stressful if you don't know what you're doing. So, I hope that the few tips I gave you will find helpful. I'm really hoping that you add some more at the bottom, places we can look for jobs, tips that will help us secure those jobs, and just put those down below. If you comment, I will comment back. I reply to all the comments. I hope this was helpful, and I look forward to seeing you next time on Senior and Living Today. Bye.